We all know Hollywood likes to preach at us, and those who can virtue signal the best are those who are often awarded the best in Hollywood. Unfortunately, this often leads to endless amounts of trite, pretentious films more concerned with conveying the correct social agenda than evoking authentic emotion or imparting universal themes or morals. It turns directors with promise into egotists who double down on the pretentiousness they were awarded for, rather than dig deep to build upon what caused that initial connection with audiences. David O. Russell is such a director. Praised heavily for Silver Linings Playbook, a film that did connect with mass audiences, Russell has subsequently released American Hustle, Joy, and now his latest flick, Amsterdam, each of which progressively received less and less praise and less audience attention. Why? One only look at Amsterdam to see how far Russell has sunk into the Hollywood trap of becoming one of the elite. Advertised as a film in which a lot of the events depicted actually happened, Amsterdam tells a fictionalized version of what is now historically known as the business plot, a planned coup from allegedly some of the biggest businessmen and corporation heads of the time to overthrow FDR and put in place a dictator. Riveting subject matter for a film if the vast majority of the film actually happened. Starring Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington, while the film uses the business plot as the basis of its plot, the majority of the characters involved are made up, with not a lot of details known about the real event, which was almost immediately foiled, and largely believed at the time to even be a hoax. While it is certain the coup was not a hoax, the legitimacy of how much a threat to our democracy said plan was is questionable, and the film uses it more to reflect upon the climate today. Russell does so through a quirky and humorous film, where every character feels as if they have ADD, and all the dialogue also feels as if the writers also suffer from ADD. It's fast-paced and manic, and characters also talk in circles before arriving back at the plot. All of this is actually done fairly well, the humor lands nicely the majority of the film, and none of its all-star cast feel out of place, with each delivering a solid performance. The humor and quirky dialogue, however, is the talented part of Russell. But in his struggle to not lose favor with the rest of his soapbox colleagues, Russell uses the event and his film to drive home themes of love and the purpose of life that are hollow and meaningless, coming from characters we don't have much emotional connection to. With heavy-handed parallels within the film to today's climate, decrying the media and big business owners, all the while being the product of the media and big business owners. It's an odd mashup of something that could have been good, but rings hollow, lost in its own misguided understanding of humanity, life, love, and freedom. Russell came in hot to his career, but with each film feels like he's just pandering now to try to remain relevant in the eyes of Academy voters. His film commits the crime of misrepresenting history, something decried within the film itself. And while it is humorous, nothing else is entertaining enough or rich in depth enough to justify the movie as essential viewing. I give Amsterdam 2 out of 4 stars.